CEO of Ripple. In this conversation, we discuss what Ripple does, how XRP is related, the current progress to date, and then Brad answers a number of hard questions crowdsourced from Twitter. This conversation has been highly anticipated, so I want to make a few things clear up front. Brad participated in this podcast episode without he or his team reviewing my questions beforehand. There was no payment of any kind that exchanged hands, and the episode has not been edited in any material way other than the removal of prolonged silences or filler words like
So he's just talking about the fact that there's no editing.
This episode,
so we're just going to let him talk through this, and then we'll talk after the stream's done, right, guys?
Or XRP would be unhappy with the final product. That is okay with me. I spent quite a bit of time preparing for this interview, including talking to people from both sides.
And I'm going to get away from the cars here so you can hear a little better.
Wanted answered. I hope you listen to this episode with an open mind and walk away thinking the conversation was fair and balanced. Either way, I hope you enjoy it.
Anthony Pompliano is a partner at Morgan Creek Digital. All opinions expressed by Pomp or his guests on this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Morgan Creek Digital or Morgan Creek Capital Management. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Pomp as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
All right, guys, bang, bang. Super excited about this episode. I think we broke the internet before you even got here. I've got Brad here, who we are going to try to get through a whole bunch of information. And hopefully when people leave here, they will understand his perspective on how Ripple XRP works, kind of let him describe where they are from a progress standpoint, answer all of the haters and the detractors online,
and the lovers,
and the lovers. We'll get to the XRP army, who, as I in preparation was thinking, you must be the commander of the XRP army.
I'm not sure. Well, I definitely don't consider myself the commander of the XRP army. But, I'm not sure. There's a few people who maybe probably contend for that position. I'm not one of them.
All right, so let's start from the beginning. You actually have a life before Ripple, which some people may not realize. And you've been in the technology sector for a really long time. Yahoo, AOL,
just call me
etc. No, experienced.
Tough start.
Experienced. One of my
And this might be a problem throughout it. We're probably going to get some interruptions because for whatever reason, everybody's trying to watch it online, so it keeps getting interrupted. That's why I'm trying to stream it now, because maybe everybody will siphon in here and maybe won't keep getting disrupted. Let's see if it pops back on here, though. Oh, man. I'll hop into the comments while we're waiting. Let's go. I'm ready to quit my job. Well, Birdie, I don't think you're going to get too much out of the interview. They'll let us quit our jobs today, but you know, the signal is really jittery. Well, I'll try and get to a better area here. Let's see. Pause and try and press play again. Oh, this stupid thing. You gotta love jank uploads. If anybody's got a sub, you should send me like a clip of this that is not public, so that it's not getting blown up with 1,000 people trying to go and watch it. Is the interview live now? No, it wasn't live. I can't even trade. Actually, let's try. It's probably gonna drop the stream, so if it drops the stream, stream it dive. Does somebody have a copy up there? Somebody have a copy uploaded there? Mall cop must have reported Martian. No, we're at UC or University of San Diego today. I was gonna go around asking people, doing a Q&A, but I want to kind of brand or not do those every single day, you know. So yeah, come on live, go live. We're live again. So yeah, guys, apparently I can't get the dang interview to play right now. So I'll try and get a download for it, and then I'll try and do a live stream. Mine, it's not working. Yeah, we're live again. So we'll just walk around campus and I will talk about the interview for you guys, all right? So enjoy the beautiful scenery, and I'll answer some questions once I just go through the basics of what's going on, since, you know, we can't stream it today, right? Yeah, it was worth a try, but we'll see what goes on. It wasn't, no, to be straight up honest with anybody who's wanting to see the interview is really not anything worth worrying too much about, right? So Pomp called YouTube, maybe he was the streaming. He's like, nah, I'm yanking that. This a-hole's not gonna be redistributing my content, my interview. But you know, he's charging $10 just to watch a freaking interview with him and Brad. It's like, come on now. We know what you're doing. You're trying to get a bunch of XRP people to subscribe to your channel so that they'll listen to you talk about Bitcoin. And it's like, you're not going to talk about XRP again. And I don't care about hearing about Bitcoin because, you know, it's China coin as far as I'm concerned, right? But ultimately, they have a friendly, you know, back and forth. Is a little bit, you know, as you heard at the very beginning of the interview, A-Pomp basically calls Brad old, you know, because he's experienced, you know, he's an experienced technologist. So that's by and large what the it's that kind of energy throughout it. But overall, he doesn't really ask Brad any really hardball questions that I heard. Some people in the Telegram group actually got to listen to the majority of the actual interview, and there's nothing new. It's mainly just small talk, talking the basics. What is XRP? What is Ripple? You know, so for Bitcoiners, it might be good for Bitcoiners to watch if you're not somebody that's familiar with XRP, but who knows if the Bitcoiners are actually going to watch that, you know, because they're in this holy war trying to, you know, say that their coin was first, so therefore their coin's best, right? But ultimately the interview was about as informative for those of us who have been in XRP, who have been in the community for the last year. There's no new information there. There's nothing really new that came out of the interview on Fox News. I didn't even hear this special question, this secret question that they're going to ask on Fox News. I think that was just a plug to get, you know, XRP people and people interested in Ripple to go watch their other interview off the, you know, outside of the New York Economic Forum. So whatever it is, or New York Economic Club, whatever it was. But yeah, it is a bunch of hoopla for a bunch of nothing ultimately. But hey, it's all good. We're early to something that somebody actually linked me documents from Swift actually today. Spacing who it was over on Twitter right now, but I got a link on a document to Swift talking about the fact that Ripple is even saying that this revolution's still about 5 years out, you know, so we're very early to the game. Just stack your bags, you know. We might actually see a speculative bull run before we actually see utility come into the crypto space, and that's fine because that just means that we all have plenty of time to get as much of our currencies, as much of these coins as we want, you know. So maybe I will hit my 10 or my 100,000 XRP mark. Maybe my stretch goal will be hit, you know. But yeah, the interviews were I'm trying to think of if there's like, there wasn't even really a question or like a response that I want to even touch on because it was that uneventful, to be honest. You know, it was the basic questions we always get. What is Ripple? Who, you know, what sets Ripple apart from other cryptocurrencies? Well, they're working with banks. That's what sets them apart, you know. No other cryptocurrency is working with the financial institution. So, yeah, Buddha's live. What's up, Kev? Yeah, welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome to the chat. And yeah, we're just gonna walk around USD today and have a look around, chat, and I'll go through the chat, answer some questions. Where am I playing at? This is University of San Diego. It's a gorgeous campus, absolutely phenomenal. Like, just beautiful. Beautiful, mate. It's gorgeous here. Boy. All right, what we got? What's up? You doing another poll? Nah, I was gonna do a poll, but I think we'll just do a talk with the chat, go over the news for the day, what I've found out so far today. It's a slow news day, so really I want to do like a community. No. Actually, that might go over pretty well here, to be honest, because you know this is an upper class college, mate. So it might actually go over pretty well if I start streaming it. I might get some chanters. All right, make America great. Fun fact: You can drink lava, but only once. I love that. That's some good knowledge. That's some knowledge bombs for you guys. You can drink lava, but only once. But only once. What happens after that? Why can you only drink it once? I'm confused. Is there some kind of you know, do you automatically become allergic to it after the first time? I don't know. You love the walkabout poll? Big love? Yeah, we're gonna do that more. We're absolutely gonna do more polling to get a, you know, I wanted to actually come to a college campus too. I'm gonna actually go around here and start asking people, just not today. We're just gonna show off the campus today, and really so I can get an idea for where most of the foot traffic goes through, so that I can get a good head count whenever we actually do the polling. But today we're just gonna talk about basically what's chat, go over what's going on. Somebody else got another fun fact here. Sharks only attack you when they're wet. Oh man, wait, are sharks ever wet? Because, you know, it's like, do we consider, well, I guess you are dry when you're not in the water, you know, when you're just walking about land, right? So, you know, man, I love these, they're Captain Obvious jokes. Is that like a new thing? Is that what's hot with the millennials nowadays? Or the iGen, I guess now, the kids? Most students are broke, no money for BT. I don't know about that. You don't know USD apparently. Man, if the architecture here and the cars, if that don't tell you something, these kids might not have money of their own, but they definitely got mama and papa's money. Another fun fact. I love these fun facts. Farts have been clocked at 10 foot per second. Now that is a legitimate fun fact that I didn't know, but you know, that's good stuff, good stuff. You can double spend Bitcoin with a 51% attack because of China more than once, but never with XRP because it's decentralized. Oh, that's some crypto facts for you. Consensus method, ladies and gentlemen. Consensus protocol, right? Yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're with the consensus method as opposed to proof of work, because proof of work is not only not scalable, but it incentivizes centralization, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible, right? Holy hell, go walk to that blonde that just walked by. What? Which one? Are you talking about the one that was in the red? I mean, hey, if you like him a little bit bigger, brother, all you. She was all yours. Have you been to La Jolla yet? Actually, yes. I'll probably I'll do a walk around live stream there too. Maybe we'll try and pull out there because that's a tourist trap area. So we'd probably be able to get quite a bit of foot traffic out there. I'm also going to go to Ocean Beach on the weekend. We'll do a weekend stream at Ocean Beach to pull people, and we'll do the same at Pacific Beach because both are tourist traps. But they're not really. I went to OB. Yeah, I went to OB today, and it was dead. So I'm assuming Pacific Beach is probably not much better today. So those are better places during the weekend, though. I know this because I canvassed for like 4 or 5 months out here last year, so that's why. But yeah, we're just enjoying some beautiful scenery here today. That's why we're up here more than anything. I wanted to stream the Anthony Pompliano interview, but you know, apparently the cat or the whatever on XRP chat is just the MP3 is just crap. I think it's because there's so many people trying to watch it. But you know, everybody's trying to watch an interview where there's literally nothing. It's nonsense. I mean, maybe the last half hour is juicy. Maybe that's where he gets into the community questions. And I haven't heard the last half hour, and I know that whoever it was over in the Telegram group hadn't watched past the 58-minute mark. So maybe they have something interesting in the last half hour. But you know, from what we've seen, from what I saw, from what I've heard, there's nothing interesting. Are you driving around the country? Crohn's, not exactly intentionally driving around the country, but I am traveling all over. Look at this beautiful cathedral here. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm an architecture nerd, big time architecture nerd, so that's one reason why I love it here. You can stream it via Twitch. Well, I could, but then I wouldn't get, you know, ad revenue from you guys hopping into the stream, you know, so that's why we do it on the YouTubes. It's not YouTube blocking me either. It's literally the actual file, the one that Pump uploaded, that somebody stripped or ripped and put on XRP chat. That file is trash, and it's because so many people, I think it's because so many people are trying to watch it. So unfortunately, it's just not working. Just shared on Facebook, linked to Twitter. Well, if it's shared, wait, is it actually, the video is on Facebook? I can try that one. I can try that one out. If you send it to me on the Telegram group, then maybe I could do that. I'll have to probably charge the battery on this a little bit for like a half hour, so maybe we can do that at about 4 o'clock. If you can send me a link to it, then we'll put it up in about 2 hours. We can try and do a stream of that, and I'll get that up, because I really want to stream the Pump video for y'all, even though it's not anything that's interesting to me, because I already know everything in it. It might be useful for some of y'all that are kind of newer, you know. Where rubber though? Always, brother, always. You never know, you know, unless it's a Bilderberg girl, right? Unless she's Bilderberg, then you don't, because then it's all in the family. Stay away from C Street and Market in SD. It's crazy out there. I assure you, no one has that. Yeah, no doubt, Staff Sergeant, bro. Dude, you're right. But no, yeah, dude, so many. You got, Charlie, this is why I'm in California. This is why I'm out here in Cali. And then being on this gorgeous campus, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, brother. You know, like, just start throwing XRP in front of you, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. If only it worked that way, right? Throwing XRP someday we'll throw XRP out on the ground in front of us. You know, little paper wallets, right? And the birds will just come and feed. You know, and it'll be fantastic. You'll have a great day. They'll have a good day. Win-win all around, right? So let's go over here and check out the garden over here. I actually haven't gone into this area yet. Like, there's a large group of people coming out. But USD is a phenomenal campus. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm trying not to put too many people on camera, because I know that makes some people uncomfortable, you know? Looks like you found their student yard. That will probably be where most people travel through. Yeah, the actual main walkway that we just walked up and down twice, that's where most people are typically at. And I'm gonna try and do, when I do the poll out here, I'm gonna do it around noon, so I can catch most all students on the lunch breaks, so that we can hopefully have like a full hour of people coming through, you know? Another fun fact, donkeys kill more people annually than plane crashes. Whoa, I'm avoiding donkeys because, you know, I've survived a plane crash, but I don't want to risk a donkey if that's more dangerous than planes. Try to engage a professor about XRP. Yeah, I was actually thinking that like maybe I'll go to like their finance building, like their financial building, and go ask the professors there. I was also thinking maybe going to their computer science building, because I feel like we're gonna have some good odds here of encountering people who actually know about XRP, aside from just Bitcoin, because, you know, typically younger people are a little more hip to what's going on in the world. But I don't want to go into any of the buildings because people are studying here too, because it's actually kind of a quiet place. But Bitcoin, just want to show you guys around while we walk. Yeah, bro, I was in a plane crash back in 2008. You're destined for greatness. Maybe. We'll see. That's what everybody said after I survived. They're like, how the hell did you survive a plane? You're like one of the only people in the world. You know, it's like, well, me and the other 200 people that were on the plane, you know. But it was one of those things that it was like my greatest story to share with people for like all my 20s. That was my go-to story. But it's like one of those things that's like, you know, the only way that nobody believed me unless I like showed them like my plane ticket and all that. I'm like, no, like legitimately, here's a picture of my plane ticket, you know, name right on it, and then I show them the actual flight number in the news, and they're like, holy crap. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy stuff. It was crazy too. It went up in flames. It was nuts. You remember me from the Area 51 raid. Trippy Leprechaun. I don't recognize your name, but that's because while I was at the Area 51 raid, I couldn't see names in chat. Because much like now, I'm wearing sunglasses and names are gray. So, yeah, I just can't see. I can see the whiteness of the chat, but barely. Manifest report. Manifest report? Is that like is somebody else out there going by the YouTube or the acronym Manifest report? That's an interesting one. But, what was I? The Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, he was on Fox Business before. Nobody was really interested in listening to it in the Alex Cobb stream, but it was actually pretty interesting. I listened through a good chunk of that, and we're not in a good situation. We're not in a good situation. Jerome Powell is playing off the fact that we're pumping $1 trillion into the economy over the next month. So it's like, you can only pretend that inflation is good for so long, 2% a year. Okay, well, give me a decade of 2% and suddenly you have, 30% almost inflation because it's compounding, Einstein famously said, compounding returns is the most powerful force in the universe. And that's true in not just, a cosmic scale, which is what he was referring to it at, but also in an economic scale. And that's why it astounds me that people think that 2% inflation is a good thing, or that inflation at all. So it's interesting. I think it's because of deflation, that whenever they talk about that, they usually use that terminology to conflate the notion of deflation of value, right? As opposed to inflation of supply, which is really what's going on. And so, you gotta pay attention to the clever language that they use in finance, especially whenever it comes to the Federal Reserve or any financial regulatory industry that's trying to maintain calm within the masses so they don't freak out. But it's not something that I don't think that we need to worry about it doesn't sound like we're gonna have to worry about it for at least another year or two before it's visible in the economy. But it is a thing. Where is the interview? The interview will not play because it keeps getting disrupted because so many people are trying to watch it on the XRP chat. That's what I'm assuming is what's going on, because it keeps crashing. The audio keeps, it's just an audio too. It's not even a video, and it just keeps crashing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get an actual download onto my phone, and then I'll play the download in a stream for y'all. And I'll try and get that done before it gets too late. Yeah, it's bandwidth issues that XRP can fix. I don't know. To be honest, blockchain's pretty magical, but it's actually not very useful for when it comes to data transfer speed. It's more so a security thing. That's why, we listen to Brad talk. Look at that beautiful vet. Anyways, that's why, these kids don't got money. These kids don't got money, guys. They don't even know the meaning of money because they got so much. Is that Cobb? Maybe. Does Cobb go to USD? I don't think so. I don't think Cobb's in college, is he? I think he's a full-time YouTuber. He was just talking in his stream about how he's not gonna ever work for anybody because he doesn't want to work for Ripple rather because he enjoys being his own boss. And I don't blame him. It's actually fantastic. I love the fact that, my responsibility now is that I'm an employee to you, my viewers, So I get it. He has a red Corvette? Okay. I'd prefer a blue one anyways, but red's cool. It's just, you're more likely to get pulled over by cops, statistically speaking, if you have a red vehicle. But yeah, I'm not the best with XRP, but I just watched because your voice sounds so cool. Well, much love for the compliment there, Dude Main 101. This stream is great. You guys are great. Let's be real. The only reason my streams are great is because y'all come in here giving me some great fun facts and just good stuff to talk about. And even when there's not a lot to talk about in the news today, you know, it's actually a really slow day. There's not any, I haven't seen any news worth commenting on. That's why I even bring up the Fed Reserve, you know? Nobody was interested in Jerome Powell, but what was actually being talked about is kind of relevant because it's discussing the fact that we're on this delicate edge of a crash. Try not to film these people, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how long the Fed can pretend that that the economy hasn't peaked out yet. They can keep saying all they want that everything's fine, but every technical indicator, every fundamental indicator is saying that we're at peak. We've topped out. You know, the jobs market is topped out. We're at max employment. That only happens at the top of a market. And so that means that we are nearing the end. And then Powell was also talking about the fact that the golden age, so to speak, that we've been in for, you know, about a decade now, he called it a short golden age, but the golden age that we've been in has seemingly come to an end as our growth has slowed from 3% to suddenly it's half that. So it's about 1.5% growth. That's not good. That's bad, especially for a stock market that's just erupting like nothing's wrong. Like nothing's wrong. So speaking of the crash, were you on flight 1404? Yeah, that was my flight actually, out of Denver, Colorado, 2008. Ben, how did I think I already shared that before, didn't I? I think that's how Ben knows. Either that or Ben found the interview of me in uniform talking about it. Not really. I wasn't actually. I wasn't allowed to because somebody wanted to interview me, but I was actually in the military. Yeah, I was in uniform when it happened, so a newscaster tried to interview me. I'm like, I'm not allowed to because I'll definitely get reamed out by my staff sergeant or my petty officer if I do. Hey Martians, Mr. Martian, how's it going? Joseph, how you doing, brother? What was missed? A whole lot of nothing, to be honest. A whole lot of nothing. This interview that Pomp did was disappointing. You know, he hyped up something that turned out to be a whole lot of nothing. But I'm gonna drop my bag off in my car because it is, I don't know why, but my backpack is like hot as hell. So I'm gonna drop that off and then we'll continue to walk around campus here, get a good view of the back end of campus. What do I think of BlockFi? I actually haven't heard of BlockFi. If you want to share a little more about what they do, are they a smart contract service? What do they do? I haven't heard of them though. Are they related to XRP? If so, then I will do a little research and provide an opinion, right? But let me drop my backpack off here and we'll continue to walk around. All right. There we go. Oh, I've immediately cooled off like 10 degrees. I don't know why that backpack traps heat so bad, but it does. All right. Yeah, we got perfectly good signal out here. Toyota or nothing. Dude, it's a Toyota or Tesla. Once I'm able to, I'm upgrading to a Tesla, but until then, we're gonna rock the Toyota till we can't rock the Toyota. Subaru. My stepbrother has a Subaru. He's a Subaru man. Like all of his like his last 3 cars, I believe now, have been Subarus. But I used to be Volkswagen like all the way, but my backpack is proof of work. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Some Bitcoiner hacked my laptop and has been using it to mine, so it's just That's why the battery's always dead. Tesla all the way, no doubt, no doubt. You gotta have a Tesla. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous, they're fast. I mean, why not? They're cheap to maintain. There's like no maintenance on it because it's, you know, the only moving part is the electric engine, which has like a single gyrus that's inside of a magnetic field. So it's like, not magnetic field, but like a coil. So it's like, yeah, that's it's pretty hard to compete with the maintenance costs on one of them. I hope XRP moons ASAP so you can upgrade from the Toyota to a nice I actually have a mattress in there, young Jizzle. That's why I'm not too worried about the vehicle, and that's why I'm gonna stick to it so I can save up. You know, everything that I make from my YouTube, everything I make from doing driving jobs that's in my spare time, I'm putting it all into XRP, dude. That's why I'm in the car. It's not because I can't afford to have a place, or because I don't, even if I wanted to, like I could chill with the folks, but you know, that's not what I want to do. I'm out here making a statement more than anything by car camping. It's me saying, if you think that you don't have the money to get involved in cryptocurrencies, if you think that it's too much of a risk, well, when it moons, you know, we'll see who's happy, you know, and in 5 years, we'll see who benefits the most. The people like us in this community who are going hard, and me going as hard as humanly possible out here, making a video, you know, a vlog series about it. Or, you know, the people who sat there and naysayed, were skeptics, saying, oh no, banks won't ever use XRP, as MoneyGram ramps up the utility of it, right? Nice little crotch rocket. Couldn't even see what it was. I think it was Yamaha. It's a certainty this thing will moon, zero doubt. King of Hearts, I think you're absolutely right. Oh, there was one question that Brad kind of like got weird on Fox News, and that was when the journalist asked him why it was that why he thought that of all the cryptocurrencies that have basically like tripled, quadrupled in price since the end of last year, or since the beginning of this year rather, why XRP hadn't moved. And he's like, well, you know, he said something, he kind of like was wishy-washy, and ultimately said that it was like, you know, it's down to the fact that like 99% of all price action is speculation in the market, you know. So and he's right, absolutely. So, you know, I feel you, Martian. You do you. You're doing what you're supposed to and doing for the time being, and is all temporary. Exactly, Joseph. Short-term pain for long-term gain. No pain, no gain. And that's why I'm maximizing my pain that I can tolerate as much as I can take without cracking. That's what I'm gonna expose myself to so that I can have the most gains out of it, you know? But that's what we're doing here. That's the whole point. I know I'm late, but how was the Area 51 raid? Xerus, you are so late to the Area 51 raid, brother. I haven't been at Area 51 in over a month now. Almost a month now. Yeah, the raid was fun though. I mean, you know, if you can call it a raid, it was just a rave, really, not R-A-I-D, but R-A-V-E, right? And it was interesting. I mean, I enjoyed live streaming it more than I think I would have enjoyed just going out into the desert and partying, to be honest, because it wasn't like there was any major artists or anybody that I was like interested in seeing play live in the desert, but it wasn't bad. I mean, the music was all right. They had multiple stages. There was about 2,000 people that showed up. Let's see here. Was abducted. Welcome back. Yeah, I was abducted by some little green men. Apparently, I'm not even Jade. Jade is in space, and I'm an alien just pretending to be Jade. But I'm not a Martian. You know, Jade thought he was a Martian, but no. I'm actually from the Zeta Reticuli. And that's why I'm trying to inform you humans with your inability to see the future like us Zeta Reticuli. of the coming age of the golden age of cryptocurrencies in this planet of yours. Yes, yes. I hate when you got a bunch of people walking past and they don't move out the way, just end up bashing them on the way. You know, they moved as soon as I mean, most people move because they see this this selfie stick here and they're like, oh man, they try and hide their face. You see them. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try and actually go and get a download. I actually wanted to have this live stream be me going and actually playing the ape pump, so this is kind of ad hoc now, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna end this here though, and we're gonna try, well, hold on, I'll get a few more questions in, but I'm gonna end the stream here once I get back to my vehicle, actually, just because I want to try to get that file downloaded so that I can actually share the ape pump interview with you guys, because nobody on YouTube's put it up yet, so I'll be the first, hopefully. Maybe, we'll see. Hopefully, right? How many shares of XRP do you think will be enough to live wealthy? Well, I don't know about shares of XRP, because XRP is a coin. It's money, not a stock, not a security. But to be happy, I think that you'll need at least 1,000. If you want to, like be wealthy, you're gonna need at least 1,000 XRP. That's a minimum. And I think if you hold 1,000, you're probably gonna have to wait about 5 years, 5 to maybe even 10 years for 1,000 XRP to be wife-changing. Sorry, I meant life-changing. Did I say life-changing or wife-changing? I don't know. But yeah, you're gonna need at least 1,000. If you want it to be really impactful within the next 5 years, maybe 10,000. You know, or not 5 years, the next 3 years, 10,000, right? But it's all about your ability or your comfort zone, what risk you're willing to accept, you know? Because 10,000 XRP, that's about $2,500 right now, and that's, to a lot of people, that's not chump change, you know? That's something pretty substantial. So, you know, it's up to everybody out there how much they're willing to risk to get involved in this space, how long you're willing to wait to see a serious return on your investment, and you know how dedicated you're going to be to not taking profits as the price goes up if you only have enough to be happy in 10 years. You know, if you only have 1,000 XRP, you're not going to be able to take profits as the price climbs, and so it's going to be even harder for you to hold as it goes up. So if you think you're going to take profits and you're going to benefit in the long term, well, you might want to have a little more XRP than just 1,000. You know, it's all about your individual plan, how you want to engage with the ecosystem, where you think the price is going to go ultimately. You know, so yeah, that's probably 20k XRP is ideal. Yeah, King of Hearts. That's probably like that's probably like a really solid amount of XRP to have. If you have 20k XRP, I think you're gonna be happy. Like, you're gonna be happy pretty soon too. You know, you'll probably only have to wait like 2 to 3 years for 20,000 XRP to make you go, okay, well, do I wanna work this year? You know, maybe I want to take like a few years vacation, really discover who I am as an individual, maybe like diversify some of it. You know what I mean? But the FOMO is real. It's not real yet. There's no FOMO in this market yet. That's why Bitcoin's at 8,000. That's why XRP is only at 27 cents, right? But yeah, we're gonna call it here, and I'm gonna try to get a downloaded version of that of the ape pump Brad Garlinghouse interview, and we'll try and get that uploaded. Sorry that we couldn't get it in this one, but hopefully you guys can tune in about an hour or two if I can get that sorted out, and we can get that uploaded to YouTube so that everybody can see it, right? So thank you all for tuning in. If you're new to the Marsh Report, as always, hit that subscribe and ring that bell. Otherwise, hit that like on your way out, show me a little bit of love, and I'll see you guys in the next one on Mars.